We got Afro in the building. Episode 34, Carrying the Culture Show was good, man.
It's going down tomorrow. Peace, fam.
I appreciate you for jumping on. I think there is a little bit of a lag, though, but we're going to try to make it work. So, yeah. Tell me if you can hear me right now.
I'm good. How about the people in the comments? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you good. You good. Let's try it. Shut the fuck up, man. Freestyle, homie. Man, shut this dumbass motherfucker. Listen, let me get this shit out of the way right now, man. This is a live interview. It's a privilege to be in here. We're chopping it up. We're trying to go over stuff, man. Just like when you cut it up on the page, we're not gonna do that shit here. Don't fucking be no clown in this shit, man. That shit is distracting as fuck. If you got questions for Afro, please use the questions feature below. There's a question mark right there. We can pull it up and we can see it. Don't be coming with no dumb shit in here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Damn. First of all, y'all, I wanted to say thank you for joining us, but then also that I wanted to talk about your professionalism, yo, because this is very important to me, and like a lot of people don't really know about this or whatever. So this cat, first of all, rap niggas are very unprofessional to begin with, period. So back when I was with this radio station, we asked Afro to do a freestyle for us. This cat, he said, yeah, no problem, fam, and turned it around in 24 hours. Like, nobody's ever done that. When I hit him up about the interview, he replied right away, yeah, I can do it, lock it in. All right, cool. When he said he was gonna, like, when he realized he was gonna be in the whip, not in a place, not, stationary, he's like, hits me up. Yo, you mind if you do it in the car? That's called being a professional. And I really
make it work.
Really appreciate that. So
yeah, I'll make it work. I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. That's how I do it. That's how I do it.
I really, really appreciate you because
the timing was great. Usually you would see me at like my crib and I'd have the phone up on the desk and it would look nice with the lighting. But I just got from the studio. I just had to knock some scratches out for the album and get some work done. So it's on the road, on the move.
It's all good. Fuck it. Let's talk about the album because I'm waiting for an album that I feel like it's some mythical thing, and it's on my list. But like, fuck it. Let's get that out the way. What is good with that?
Yeah, man, they're starting to detox me. They're calling it Frotox. But yeah, man, it's getting done, man. It's 85% done. I'm in mixing and mastering right now, and man, it's getting done. I'm just getting little scratches here and there, but it's tying up in a nice little bow, man. I'm getting excited.
All right. Yo, is it in my brain thinking this, or did I hear that there was a Rakim feature on that shit? Is that something I heard, or like?
You said what was that?
I said, did I make this up in my head, or was there a Rakim feature on your shit?
No, I don't have Rakim on there. I wish
that
maybe on the next album.
That must have been some dream shit for me.
I got a couple futures that I have some surprises, but for the hip hop nerds out there, I got Chubb Rock on the joint. So it's me and Chubb. It's me and Chubb on the album, man. There's two big boy voices like Chubb Rock. I'm the man. So he killed it too. It's a dope Chubb verse, man. He killed it.
Dope.
Yeah,
salute to him. He's an underappreciated lyricist.
Man. Chubb is one of the greatest.
Work. Yo, so I want to get into Little Fro. Like before you became Afro, like because I'm doing the knowledge on you and shit, and I'm like, yo, like how did this cat, I'm looking at who some of your favorite artists are and some of your favorite movies and some of your favorite shit. And I'm like, yo, how did this happen? So I'm talking about before RA and all that stuff, like what was this Little Fro? What was that like?
Yeah, man. So I was 12, 13 years old, 14 years old. I was living in Orange County at the time. I'm from Southern California. I'm from LA, but there was a time I lived in OC. So before I met RA, I was in the room. I was making tracks over like YouTube beats, like Wu-Tang beats, Pete Rock beats, like the stuff you find on YouTube. And I had my own little Pro Tools set up, and I'd be recording over that, like just over little mixtape joints. And man, that's how I started. Just like You know, that's how I started up. But
Even
yeah,
before that, though, like how did you get in? Like as a young kid, what got you into like authentic '80s and '90s hip hop, like heavy?
yeah. So the earliest memory I can remember, I was 5 or 6 years old. My mom and my pops, they had like Biggie, Tupac, Nas CDs laying around, you know. But it wasn't until I was 9 years old, and I saw Rakim microphone theme. It was on the YouTube randomly, and I'm like, yo, this right here is like, I was like, this is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life at that time. I was like, yo, what is this? And then I was like, I want to do what this guy's doing, Rakim. So at 9 years old, that's where it started for me, like really started.
Microphone fiend.
Yeah, that's what did it.
And so, all right, so then take us up. So take us up to, because it says on it. I mean, I read some shit. You can tell me if it's wrong, but it was like you fucks with Sinatra, Louis Armstrong, John Coltrane. Like, where did all that come from?
That came from my grandpa. Same age, 5, 6 years old. My grandpa was had the oldies, like I'm Your Puppet, and even the swing. He had the jazz. That came from my grandpa. Yeah, straight up oldies. I'm a big oldies guy too. I love oldies. Yeah, man. But yeah, definitely Abuelo. Abuelo was the one that put me on.
That's crazy to me, and like we're gonna get into that a little bit more, because I feel like you're like a old young cat. This shit is crazy to me. Like just when I was reading some of the stuff you're into, we're gonna get into some of that. But all right, so fast forward to RA. Like, so is it on your IMDb joint? It says that's your favorite MC. Is that true? Your idol? That's what it says. Idol.
That
So,
started at 13 years
all
old.
right.
Yeah, that started at 13. He became my favorite MC. First song I heard from him was L.I.'s Finest, and I was like, this is dope. But then I came across Uncommon Valor. I was 13, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? I was like, I've never heard no shit like that before at that age. So that's what made him my favorite MC, Uncommon Valor.
All right. So then you know what I'm saying, you catch his eye, with the contest joint, and like, so RA's a nutty dude. I mean, like, at least, I mean, I've chopped it up with him once at a show, but I mean, so how were your parents in terms of like this cat, like kind of being in your life now?
Well, it's funny because R.A.'s one of the craziest people I ever met in my life, but he's also, in a dope way, a great mentorship. He's a great mentor to me because he teaches me the right ways in the industry. Like, yo, be careful with this, be careful, watch your back with certain folks in the industry, just like stuff like that. Like, he always lets me give my own opinion and my own like way of like how I want to like go across things, but he gives me the best advice when it comes to that, man. Like, he's a super mentor to me, and he's family now. Like, he went from that to just being like my favorite MC to now he's my family. So, but as far as just the mentorship, I really appreciate, man. He really looks out, you know.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Big up to him. I mean, I first heard him on the Stanley Kubrick shit. That's my favorite joint from him. Like that shit.
Boom, 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 boom,
Yeah,
boom. The
yeah,
baseline cap.
yeah. Like, I was like the cat, bro. See, like, go. I was like, okay, like, what the fuck is this? Like, yeah. So, yeah, I've been fucking with him for a minute. So, all right. So, how much has he influenced your philosophy on rap? Because you're a young cat. So, like, as far as like just your whole outlook on shit, how much or just has he influenced that?
Like you said, I'm sorry. What was the last part?
Just how much has RA influenced your like your kind of like outlook on rap? You're a young dude, right? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of young dudes. Let's keep it 100. Most younger cats aren't, fucking with what you're fucking with, spitting what you're spitting.
Well, one big thing I appreciate about R is that he didn't have to. I say this a couple times. He didn't have to do nothing for me. He could have just been like, "Yo, he's dope, cool. All right, have a nice life." You know, he literally took me under his wing and just showed me the ropes. But as far as like so for him to be like at his age to like look out for a younger MC like me and reach out and just actually reach out and not even be greedy, just like really show me the ropes and like in this hip hop game, that goes to show what person he is, because he didn't have to do shit.
Right.
You know, so
Facts.
that's one thing that I carry with me a lot. It's like, yo, in a good way. I'm like, yo, I really appreciate that. So yeah.
Let me see. We got a question. What kind of questions we got here? Hold up. I can pull them up.
Let me see. Looking at the questions.
I respect. Yeah. All right. Oh, here's a good question. Which rapper do you think impacted the culture of hip hop the most?
Wow, that's a really big one, man. Yeah, that's a big one. I mean, culture is a big one. I'd have to break it down, but the first thing off my head, I would say lyrically, I would say G-Rap is the first guy that comes that pops off my head with lyrically. That he influenced so many MCs, and like pretty much anybody on that lyrical shit, like that super lyrical rhyme scheme shit, really got a lot of that from G-Rap, you know. So he's the first that comes to my head when as far as influencing like lyrically and just like and MCs, you know. But yeah, man, that's a tough one to me, man.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, you could go.
That's a pretty big question.
It depends on what the criteria is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Because you can say the graffiti or the b-boys or yeah.
Right. If you're saying super lyrical shit, I mean, you could go there. I mean, yo, Pun kissed G-Rap's ring when he met him. I mean,
yeah,
like,
I love Pun, but Pun was the first would admit and say that G-Rap, like, he's highly influenced by G-Rap.
Of course, that's what I'm saying.
Pun
kissed the ring, like knelt down and kissed his ring when he met him. So, I mean, I mean, so many people G-Rap influence. So I mean, he's in my top 5. So,
yeah, me too. Yeah, G-Rap's in my 5, man. He's in my top 5.
There's another one. Throw this out. But who was your favorite producer over the past 5 years?
Oh man, that's a good question. Oh man, I have to think off the top of my head. Damn.
And you can name a few, yo. Like, you don't have to just name one. Name some cats
past 5 years.
Yeah, somebody's really specific.
I mean, I'll just say my favorite producers are like, you know, the guys that get brought up a lot, but they're my favorites, like Cream, Pete, you know, Dilla, Madlib, and but I have to shout out Marley Marl too, because Marley Marl is like highly influential with a lot of the beat producers that branched off you listen to now, you know. Yeah, but in the past 5 years, I don't know. I just listen to all types. Like I'm updated, but off the top of my head, I can't think of like the past 5
years. Yeah. Yo, let's go back for a second to when you were younger. Like, were you kind of like an outlier as far as like the music you were fucking with, or did you have like a little?
You said, I'm sorry.
Like were you kind of like an outlier as far when you were young? Were you kind of like an outlier as far as the music you were fucking with, or did you have like a little crew that was rocking with you?
I had a little crew. I had a couple crews. Growing up, I was like kind of the guy you go to the house. I had the Pro Tools. I had the recording equipment. So they would come to my house and we would record the music at my crib most of the time. I was the guy. So I had some solid crews. I had some homies. Some I still talk to this day. So I had some cool. But I was also what do you call it? I was also like to myself too. Like I was both. Like I could like adapt to any crowd, but I also like to be by myself too. So I was like kind of like yin yang, like both.
Yeah. When's your birthday?
August 29, 97.
Oh, okay. Got you. Yeah. So
829, 97.
All right. Give me some of your well, actually, I want to know how you linked up with L in Tame for the Artifacts joint.
Oh, with Artifacts, yes. Shout out to I think a homie named Smoke on Records. He reached out to me like, yo, the Artifacts and Sensei they want a verse, or they want to like see if you can go on this one beat they had in mind for you. I was like, sure. They sent me the beat, and I know Sensei. You know, I know Sensei around. I ran into him a couple shows and a couple music videos, and that's my people. Like, I love Sensei, so that was cool. I was like, I went on that opportunity. I was like, sure, I love those guys. So that was dope how that came together.
Yo, so we're about to play that shit, your verse on it. Else I can play it and stuff. So it's not out. So new Artifacts is coming out. Big up my man Elder Sensei. Big up Tame One. So new Artifacts produced by Buck Wild, 10 tracks, 10 fire tracks. The feature with Afro on it, and we're gonna find that right about now. So, and this shit is lava, fam, like super lava. This is called Contagious. Unreleased Artifacts featuring Afro, produced by Buckwild. All right, hold on.
And shout out to Buckwild too.
Yeah, he laced that shit crazy.
Who do it steadily? Who's a dude who knew better? Recognize that shit. Yo, who do it steadily? Who's a dude who knew better? Offending me, using the leprosy, make traps like human centipedes. Stay black upon racetracks, like who ahead of me? Stay back. I use spray cans for all my weaponry. Put in my own dirt, leaving the whole purse, deep in the skull first. 44 caliber rifle stifle your growth first. Shipment fuck, can't replace no amount of endo. Looks up, dust, it's time to throw 'em out the window. Legs broken, neck split, next open, next pick. Best to know who blessed it. Test the water, shark swim. Megalodon, full dawn, while I'm Don Vito, the evil, La Bamba, Black Mamba, you rhyme Paquito. I'm not legal, I rock hot rhymes evil. And you know how the bombs I drop is USSR Kilo. Who do it best? Bless the song regal. Artifact, Tame Sensei, my people. Turn the music on.
I gotta kill it so nobody records it. But yeah, so
Yes, sir.
missile, fucking missile. That's a missile. All right, yeah, I love that shit, yo. Let me see what other questions we got here. Favorite rapper, he's already answered that. That's Ari the Rugged Man. Did you ever meet Doom? Did you hear that? Somebody asked if you ever met Doom.
Did I ever meet Doom?
Yeah.
No, I didn't get to meet Doom. Nah, I didn't get to meet him. Yeah, I know we already was trying to make it happen through the years and stuff, because yeah, you know, we were trying to make it work, but Doom was mysterious, man. Doom was like the type that just like hide out, you wouldn't find him, you know. It's like it's kind of hard to find Doom, you know, but it was dope, you know. Obviously Doom's my heart, you know. I love him, you know. It sucks, you know, that he's gone, but at least the music is still here, you know.
Yeah, no doubt, and that's what, you know. That's the thing. It stays. Like a great artist, the music stays. I mean, like you look at like Jimi Hendrix was active for 4 years. Like Big L was active for like 3 or 4 years. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Pun. Like, so, you know, greatness is greatness. So, yo, so you like all this old shit. So I'm gonna ask you some questions. So it said your shit. Your favorite actor is Denzel, right?
Yeah, he's my
That's
favorite actor.
That's the man. He can make anything seem fucking dope.
Yeah, that's my favorite actor.
All right. So what's some of your top 3 Denzel flicks?
Hurricane, Malcolm X. And yeah, I'd have to say Training Day. Yeah, I'd have to say Training Day. Yeah.
Okay, I got 2 out of those 3. Yeah, I got Malcolm X, Training Day. I go old shit. I go Pelican Brief.
Pelican Brief?
Yeah.
That's a slept on one, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That one doesn't get brought up.
No, but I mean, I was like back in the day. John Q was good. He's a fucking, he can make like
I love
a
John Q. I
he
love
can make
John
like
Q.
a kindergarten play like seem. He can make anything watchable.
Yeah, man. And honestly, I just saw little things. I got a little disappointed with little things. Like there were little things I liked about the movie that were cool, but like as a whole, I was like, man, I was a little disappointed, man. The one he just came out with. But hey, man, I had Equalizer 1 and 2. I thought they were great. So it is what it is. Let's hope the next one's a banger.
American Gangster, yeah. Equalizer
Yeah,
1 and 2 that you just mentioned. Glory, Slept On, Man on
yeah.
Fire was really
Yeah, and
good.
they show glory to us in fucking in history class.
Oh wow,
I remember that shit. Yeah,
things have changed because they wasn't showing that back in the day when we was fucking in school.
yeah.
Uh, like they weren't gonna show that. You know what I'm saying? That shit. Glory was slept on. Yo, I think Flight is slept on. Uh,
Flight is great, man.
Flight is
That's one
really
of his
good.
best performances. That's
Yo,
one of his best.
Flight is fucking really good. Um, yeah, I think Flight is really good. All right, so you fuck with De Niro and Pacino?
Yeah, I rock with them. I rock. It's weird like growing up in like so Hollywood is Hollywood and celebrities are weirdos. So they do weird shit. But as far as movies and acting, yeah, I love those guys. Yeah, yeah, but that was funny. I just thought of some I saw on Twitter. I think it was R-Ray's hilarious. He's like, someone's like Pacino or De Niro, and R-Ray's like Brando. He's
Ah,
like Brando. No, but I fuck with Pacino and De Niro though. Like I love obviously Godfather Part 2 and yeah. Off the top of my head, I'm blanking out a little now, but yeah.
no, well, yeah. I mean, my shit is Heat. Who's better between the two?
Ooh, it's a great one. That's a great question. I'm gonna edge it to Pacino. Or maybe I might. I don't know. I might edge it to De Niro. I don't know. That's a great one. Because De Niro
Oh,
got
there you go.
De Niro got Raging Bull. He got I'm thinking of the
Taxi
movie.
Driver.
Yup, Taxi Driver. Because I'm thinking of the movies where they went in. Like De Niro went in Taxi Driver and Raging Bull. He transformed like into different people. So yeah, I might have to edge it to De Niro. Yeah, but Pacino's a beast too.
I go De Niro.
Yeah.
I go De Niro. I think he's got a little more range.
Yeah, I'm gonna edge it to De Niro.
He's got a little more.
Yeah,
He's got a little
yeah,
more
yeah.
range.
Yeah, because performances like Taxi and Raging Bull like prove it. Like those are like complete transformations. Like he's just a whole different person in those movies.
I love one of my favorite joints is Heat though.
Yeah, he's
Both
great.
of them.
I love Heat.
That shit's a banger. That shit's a banger. Yo,
Heat's
so
awesome.
you write screenplays too or something?
Yeah, yeah. On my side time when I'm not recording and writing music, I write screenplays. Yeah.
So what are you trying to do with those?
I'm trying to make movies in the future in the next few years or so. After I give the fans the first 1 or 2 albums, like solid albums, I want to get into the movie world and probably make them independent, or I'll figure it out. But I really want to go for it. I want to make
what kind of shit? Like
all types of shit. I got some grimy crime shit. I got some drama. I got some zombie shit. I got all types. I got like 7 scripts finished, and I got like probably 10 on the side that I'm working on. Like my brain's crazy at the same time. It's crazy.
That's dope, yo. Because you did some acting and shit, right? A couple years ago.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yeah, I was on VH1. Shout out VH1 The Breaks.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
a great time. That was a great time.
Yeah, that's dope, man. Like, that's real dope. I mean, like, fucking, I'd be excited to see that shit. But we need the fucking albums. Yeah, so don't.
I know, man. That's why I'm working. I'm giving myself 2 weeks to wrap up this mixing and mastering, and I'm going for it. We got some video shot. That are just waiting. I'm just waiting to pull that trigger. But it's coming. It's coming sooner than we all think. So that's what's good.
That's what we need, man. We need that shit, like fucking, because, like you may not realize it, and it may not mean shit to you, but for me being an older cat, like, because a lot of people think I don't fuck with young cats, and I'm like, yo, I don't fuck with shitty niggas, whether they young or they old. Like, if you young and you nice, whatever. Like,
That's
one
what's
of my
up.
one of my top albums of 2018 was by some unknown cats from Connecticut. They were like 19 years old. So it's not about that. So, but the thing is, you being a younger cat and coming out with like real shit, it's like it's important so other cats can see like, yo, we can. There's this lane that's the, you know what I'm saying, we can fuck. It doesn't have to be
Yes.
all about like, you
Yes.
know, the little whatever. It's like we can be ours. You know, there's that
Yes,
avenue
if
too.
you're my age or younger, you don't have to follow the radio. If your heart is boom bap, and if your heart is like underground or that real hip hop shit, and then you have you playing tug of war with your mind, like, should I go radio because that's where the money is? It's like, nah, man. If your heart is like boom bap, that's what you do. You know, that's what your heart is. You know, but I can see a lot of kids my age group going more for that radio because they think that's where the income is, or that's just where they're saying fuck it. But I'm like, yo, like my age, I'm like, I really love this hip hop shit. Like I grew up off this shit, just like loving it, and it's in my bones, it's in my blood. Like I just love this shit. So it depends, It's like, yo, you got to really do what your heart is telling you, and that, fortunately, a lot of people can't think for themselves. They like to think, it is what it is.
No facts, man. And that's an important message for cats. Did you get any pushback from your peers at all?
Well,
Like,
sometimes when I like to do different stuff, but I keep it fro. So sometimes I like to challenge myself and jump outside the box, but I still keep it fro. I do my best to never dumb shit down and keep it fro. But sometimes when I try something different, I'll get a fan or two like, hey, I like you doing this better, or the fast rap, oh, you should fast rap all the time. But I'm like, yo, I gotta slow it down. I gotta do this. I'm an artist too. Like I love doing different shit, and I can't do the same shit all the time. Like that's one of my rules. Like I can't do the same thing every time. I gotta try to switch it up every time.
yeah, no, that makes sense. And as fans, we want what we want. So it's different. Like we want like excuse me, I could like, really say, okay, yeah, like this is what I want to hear from an artist. I expect this, you know what I mean? But artists, you're a person too. You're gonna try shit. You're gonna try to do different shit. The fans want what they want. So yeah, sometimes we can be a little impatient, a little
Yeah,
unforgiving
but
sometimes.
it's all good. I just feel like as long as I always tell every MC, every up and coming MC, just do what you feel. If your heart is the trap and the drill stuff, that's your heart. Go do it. But if your heart is the boom bap stuff, go for the do what you do. Do that underground real shit.
Right.
It's what you really is. Don't be somebody that you're not. And it's okay to try new things as long as it's still you. As long as it's still your style, like it's recognizable. You're like, yo, he didn't dumb it down. He just did his thing. He's still doing his thing.
Right. Oh, here's a question. If you could collab with any non hip hop artists dead or alive, who would it be? You saw that?
So what happened?
You see that question?
No, which question?
Right up on the screen. It said, you can't see it? If you could collab with any non hip hop artists dead or alive, who would it be?
Guru.
Well, it said non hip hop.
Yeah. Oh, non hip hop.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
I
think my screen might be glitching. I can't see the question, but I got you. Wow, dead or alive? That's a great question. James Brown.
Why?
No, I think it'd be interesting. I think his energy and just James Brown is just someone I always listened to growing up too, from my grandpa. So I always loved James, and
yeah, he's dope.
I think it'd be an interesting track. Like his energy, You know, I consider him kind of like the ODB of soul. You know, kind of. You know, like in a way, like he just has that character. He's a character, and I know he kills every track. Like Baba, don't take no man. He just kills it. So. You know.
Yeah, it comes from the heart. Yeah, no, that's a good one. Hey, yo, so you one question I had is, what's your like best and worst experience be in this shit since you've been a part of it?
You said best and worst experience in what?
In just in hip hop, since you've been a part of it, like as far as like just I mean actively, like in the studio and just what's been your thing? I mean, like what's been your biggest like, wow, this is great, and your big like, damn, that's some bullshit.
I would say best experience is being like, okay, I'll go with worst. I would say worst experience is if you ever reach the top, you feel like you're on the top of the world or something like that. And, you starting to see, like, I wouldn't say fall off, but you're starting to see things starting to go down a little than where you were on top of the world. Certain people that were around you are going to go away, and then they're going to show their true colors, and you know who they were, when you're not on top of the world, when you're pretty much sometimes rock bottom, sometimes you hit rock bottom, just like even like mentally, or even like, what do you call it, just like being in the game, it's a lot of pressure trying to drop content, nonstop, or just like being an artist, so that's the things that a lot of the supporters don't understand too. It's like that's the things I don't try not to talk about too much. I like to let the fan or supporters know, fill them in what's going on. But sometimes mentally, this shit can get crazy. It's a crazy game. And it's good. It's just good to be around good people who love you for who you are too. Regardless of the game too. So it's a good support system. So it's not just yourself in this game too. Like Ray's an incredible support system. He got my back, and that's my family for life. And I know that. So like, in this game, there's a lot of snakes out there, and that's obviously that's that's true. But it can get crazy, man. So I would say the worst experience is just like dealing with a lot of this, like a lot of the snake shit. Yeah, a lot of the snake shit.
Yeah, it's an ugly. So I second that. Like there's some ugly shit in this shit. I mean, there's some beautiful shit too, but it's
and that's why I try not to sound too bleak either, is because there's amazing things in it too. There's great people that you come across that or like great opportunities that come your way, and even just great experiences being around the world. I would say my best experience is just being able to see at least like 50 or 60% of the world. Before, if you ask 15-year-old Fro, the only thing I ever visited was probably Hawaii when I was 5 years old, and I can't really remember too much. And Mexico a couple of times, because I'm half Mexican. So, but other than that, like seeing 50% of the world after meeting already is like crazy. So meeting different cultures in different countries, and getting to know great people around the world. So that's why it's not always bleak too. It's always great too. So, but it can get crazy. It can get crazy if you don't watch your back.
most definitely. Most definitely.
That light better? Let's see. That light might be better. Nope. Let's see. I just got to the crib.
Oh, you just got to the crib. The studio's far away, huh?
Yeah. Well, it was a good hour drive, but it's all good. It was actually a good time, and I wish I planned my studio time better, but sometimes I get caught up.
It's some renegade shit. Like fucking, we hear you, the audio's straight, and there was, what I'm saying, the light was decent, so it's been good. I mean, it's cool. So like, it was important for me that we were able to do it. Like a lot of times, the biggest issue sometimes is audio. Like you know what I mean. So it's all good. What's the like, what do you want people to take away from your shit? Like, if you had one thing, like you put in a time capsule and they found like your music or whatever, like in generation, what would you want them to like think, or not think?
Wow.
But what would you want? What message would you want to be giving?
shoot, as corny as it sounds, do what you feel. You know, do what you feel, and go the route that your heart is telling you. As far as like, I don't know, musically or whatever you're going for, a job or a dream or whatever you're going for, just do what you feel and watch it back. But that's more advice. But you know, I would say, and I would just say, yo, I just love I love what I'm doing too. At the end of the day, I get to be an MC and do what I love, going, having people listen to me. So I just want. Oh, and this is what I say. I'm just a regular dude that loves what I do. That loves loves to be able to do what I do. But I'm a regular dude too.
Yeah.
I would say that too.
What kind of dog you got?
That's not my dog. That's in neighbor's dog.
Maybe that motherfucker loud as fuck. He sound like he about to kill somebody.
Yeah, I'm about to. Yeah.
Fucking. So yeah, we about to get on out of here. So check it, man. Album's coming. I'm putting that pressure on. The album's coming. Fucking Chubb Rock. You got a name for it yet?
All flows reach out.
All flows reach out. Come on, man. Fucking hit me up. Let me know. Keep me in the loop. Fucking. We're excited about that. Thank you again for joining us, man. We're going to have to do it again.
Oh man, no, thanks for having me, fam. I appreciate it, and thanks for working with the fucking traffic and all the other shit too, man.
It's all good. We MacGyver that shit and make it work. This is hip hop. You take shit and you make it work. You know what I'm saying? So, fucking, that's what we do. So yeah, we're gonna have to do it again. But keep me in the loop about the new project. Again, appreciate you. I'll tag you when we post up on this and everything. And just keep doing it, man. It's very important. I just want to say, like as I said before, I appreciate you. I appreciate your professionalism. I appreciate you for you're a student of this shit. Like you grew up with it, but it's crazy, man. Like I was gonna say, I was like, yo, I need to adopt this kid or some shit, man. Like I got, fucking, like I didn't want no more kids. I'll adopt you, yo. Like fucking, you won't have to do nothing around here.
My moms would have to fight you for that though.
We have to see what we can do, man. Like but I know I appreciate you, man. Genuine dude, and I fucks with your music. And like I said, to me, it's refreshing to see somebody your age, about the culture, like more about the culture than some of the people my age. So I really, what I'm saying, I really, really appreciate you and your music. So for real,
I appreciate it too, fam. I appreciate the support too. It really means a bunch. So I appreciate it, brother.
No doubt. I got you always, man. So yeah, keep me in the loop about the album. We'll post up. Thank you again, Afro. This is episode 34. We got DJ Ace on Friday, and next week we got Kwame on the show.
Shout out DJ Ace. He's a beast.
He's a fucking beast.
He's a beast.
He's a beast. So we got DJ Ace on Friday.
I love that guy. That guy's a beast.
And Kwame next week. So that'll be a good one. So all right, be good, fam.
Tomorrow, peace, brother. Everybody, peace.
Thanks everybody for joining in. Salute.